Hi everyone. The idea for this little program came from a dead reckoning planning for a student robot project. I asked them, in if you have polygons or equilateral polygons, meaning each side is the same, there's got to be a formula for figuring the angle, of each type. If we have a square, if we have a pentagon, whatever we have, we can figure out the angles. Well, there is math to do that. So let's do the math. The sum of interior angles in a triangle is 180. Well, when we are doing let me bring this up. When we're doing a robot movement like this, we're going to turn going this direction. We need to be able to turn and end up going this direction. So what we need to find out is the sum of the interior angles are 180. If we do a equilateral triangle, right, we'll be able to figure out from here to here, well, what's 180 divided by 3? Sum of the interior angles divided by the number of sides, right? So we would divide 180 by 3. That would give us the answer. Let me clear this guy out. There we go. Oh, interesting. I've not drawn with this guy before. Yeah, it does draw, but I thought it wouldn't do that. Okay, anyway, we're done drawing. Let's go back to, there we go. Oh, we're still making things. Just a second here. Okay, never try out something new when you're recording a video that you don't know how to turn off. Now I know how to turn it off. So there's our math formula, right? So we want to calculate the exterior angle right here, because that's how the robot's going to turn. Correct? So there's an interior angle formula. There's an exterior angle formula. Here they are. Exterior, interior. Now we've figured out the math. We go down here and we're going to put together a little program. Well, so far in creating this program, and you've heard me say this and you'll hear me say it again, the people who are really valuable are the ones that can solve a problem, not the ones who can write code. You do need to be able to write code, but the most important part is how do you solve the problem? How do you figure out the answer? This is a process for doing it. So we're going to do some high-level pseudocode. You get the number of sides. Say we're getting 3 sides. What's the interior angle? This guy. What's the exterior angle? This guy. And what's the perimeter? And then you can also determine the name. If we have 3 sides, it's triangle. If we have 4 sides, it's a square, on down the line. So we've thought through what our program wants to do. Now we do an outline of our program. We're going to do it as an OOP. We've already done this in Python as a function-based or something. Do we want to have a print method in here? No, I need to change that. We've been working more on the separation of view from the business logic. So I'll redo this. We would want a method that returns a string representation. We don't want this title here. We want that in the application. PolyAngle is going to be a separate program. Do we need to get input here? No. We want to get input in our application program. Should we do our calculation and return interior angles? Yes. Should we calculate and return exterior angles in here? Yes. Should we do a calculate and return perimeter? Yes. I did not give you this. That's for you to figure out. Can you return the name of the polygon? Yes. So we'd create our program object. We would do all of our stuff in our application and call these methods. Are we going to have a method that echoes the user input? Well, we're going to have a method that does a repr, which we did last week, that returns a string representation of it, and then it looks like this. So I'll rewrite this guy so it's the way we've been doing things. And of course, if you do a tkinter version of this, extra credit, but you have to email me and let me know that's what you did. See you later.